A mystery creature washes up on a South Georgia beach and it has everyone scratching their heads. Is it a shark? Is it some kind of sea monster?
All right, we're going to start off with the mermaid. This is a strange picture of mysterious remains found on an Australian beach, which got a lot of people talking online, including marine life experts. These skeletal remains almost have a bit of a mermaid type shape. They were discovered by a 34-year-old Bobby Lee Oates while walking along Keppel Sands, Queensland. Oates described the creature as approximately 6 feet in length, with a human-shaped skull, an elongated jawline, and hair resembling a cow or kangaroo, though some hair was missing from decomposition. The remains appeared to have a tail or limb of some sort as well. Oates shared her findings in the Marine Biology Facebook group. Experts like Rob DeVille from UK Cetacean Strandings Investigation Program suggested the possibility of it being a small cetacean species. But because of his unfamiliarity with the region's typical species, he could not confirm any further. At our next spot on the list, we have the globster. In May of 2018, this strange thing washed ashore in the Philippines. Nobody knew what the hell it was until experts came along and said it was likely a whale, although even they weren't certain and didn't know the exact species. Locals dubbed the creature the globster, and I couldn't think of a more fitting name myself, and they call me the king of name dubbing. Whatever the creature was, 3 things were obvious. It was massive, it reeked, and it was dead. Fishery law enforcement officer Vox Cruzada took tissue samples of the creature and was quoted saying, "I really experienced the full power of its smell because I'm the one who took tissue samples. I almost puked. I felt better after taking a bath, but the stench still lingers in my nose. That is awful. I wouldn't want to be sitting in water, like just still water, after something like that. I'd just take a shower, you know? Anyway, it also seems to be covered in hair. Apparently, that isn't hair, though. It's decomposing muscle fibers. Yeah, pretty gnarly. Next on the list, we have the blob. In July of 2018, an unidentified carcass washed up on shore in Maine. It was about 4 feet wide and with a length of around 15 feet. At first, people thought it may have been a whale, but it was so decomposed that it was really nearly impossible to tell. Really, they were just basing it off of its size, but experts from marine mammals of Maine said it was most likely a basking shark. The thing was so big and heavy, though, that it needed to be carried away on a bulldozer. Next up, we have the beaked whale. On May 15th of 2022, the remains of a beaked whale were found on a California beach located in Jug Handle State Natural Reserve. Experts were a bit puzzled as to what had actually happened to the creature, though. It was covered in scrapes and scratches, and they were unable to determine exactly how it died. Now, that's not all that strange. The ocean is a big place, a lot can go down, but what they were also unsure of was exactly what species of beaked whale they were looking at. There are said to be about 24 different species of these animals, many of which haven't been studied all that extensively. They're very rare to see alive or dead, and can dive deeper than any other marine animal, so this was a pretty interesting find. Up next, we have the Ainsdale anomaly. On Wednesday, July 29th of 2020, a man who wished to remain anonymous discovered the carcass of this thing on Ainsdale Beach in England. The man stated that, quote, "It had 4 flippers, which made it look most weird. It was furry. It was approximately 15 feet long and bones sticking out everywhere. Approximately 4 feet long, some of them. Stunk too. Yeah, I'm surprised that the thing wouldn't smell good. It looks so appetizing." Photos of this mess were shared online and everyone started speculating as to what it was. Some saying it looked like the remains of a woolly mammoth, possibly a horse. I definitely see that, or a whale. I do not see that. But then again, whatever it is, or was rather, it's very decomposed, so who knows. All I know is if I came across this thing, well, trying to just have a relaxing stroll down the beach, I'd be incredibly disappointed. I mean, it's interesting to see for sure, but sometimes I just don't feel like vomiting and I just want to have a nice day out. Maybe that's just me. Next up, we have the Montauk Monster. This is an image that's been floating around the internet for years. In July of 2008, a super weird and freaky looking creature washed up on the beach in Montauk, New York. It caused a massive stir because nobody could figure out what this absolutely adorable creature was. The thing had no hair, it was all bloated, it had these gnarly sharp teeth and claws and this weird snout. It kind of looks like a beak, almost maybe like a snapping turtle kind of. People were pretty creeped out, and pics of the creature spread like wildfire online. Everyone had their own theories about this mysterious beast. Some said it might be a decomposed raccoon, while others thought it could be a sea turtle or some exotic animal. Some even wondered if it was all just a big prank, or like a prop from a movie. The media went nuts. I'm sure most of you have seen images of this thing before. Experts and local officials were really scratching their heads, but nobody could say for sure what it really was. Till this day, we don't know. Next on the list, we have the giant eyeball. In 2012, a mysterious giant eyeball washed ashore in Pompano Beach. Beachgoers were pretty alarmed. This eye was about the size of a softball, and when the story came out, the fine folks of the internet started chiming in, sharing their thoughts on what the eye could have come from. As you can imagine, everything from sea creatures to aliens were brought up. Whenever something isn't known, aliens always thrown into the mix. But experts' analysis and examination of the structure of the eye and its genetic material eventually led to the solving of the mystery. A research administrator for Florida's Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, Tom Reinhart, was able to determine that the eyeball came from a large swordfish, which was later confirmed by comparing the DNA from the eye with samples taken from swordfish species. Swordfish have really big eyes because they swim at depths of up to 8,200 feet below the sea. So yeah, pretty dark down there. They need him. Finally, though, we have the Sakhalin Island woolly whale. In June of 2015, this horrid carcass washed ashore on Sakhalin Island in Russia. It was about 11 feet long and looked almost like a dolphin. The thing is, it was much larger than most dolphin species, and it was covered in fur. Even experts were confused. Some witnesses even claimed that the carcass had paws. This all made the thing look like some sort of dolphin mutant. Before it could be officially identified, though, the thing was swept back to sea. This one is still a mystery to this day.